Okay, y'all, we got a Detroit legend in the building. This is D-Town's finest. The Motor City is definitely representing right now. Multi-recording artist, platinum recording artist, Bizarre. Bizarre, welcome to VladTV, man. What up?
What up, though?
Yo, it's good to see you, brother.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
All right, we got a lot to talk about today, so let's just jump right into it. Yo, you came up during a crazy time in the D. Like, you an 80s baby for real. What was it like in the D during them times?
Man. Player, man. You know what I'm saying? Just real player. You know, they had the smooth drug dealer gangs like YBI and Earl Flynn, and, you know what I'm saying? Butch Jones. I mean, the 80s is something else, man. It was wild in the D.
Nah, Detroit is well known, especially back in them days. Just speaking about you specifically, was your household a two-family household? Did you grow up in a single family, in a single parent household?
Yeah, my father passed away when I was 4. So yeah, just me, my mother, and my sister.
So when did you get into this whole rap thing? Was it back in the 80s or was it in the 90s?
It was in the 5th grade. I was 10, yeah. 10 years old. My music teacher, Mr. Johnson, I used to be in a glee club. And one day they had this play for Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. And they needed somebody to say the rap. So I ended up saying the rap at the little concert show. And then after that, man, it's just been on ever since. Okay,
so the name Bizarre, I got to jump into that for a second. Where does that come from? Is that like a family nickname? Did you get that? Like, oh, I'm rapping now, so I just got to come up with a crazy nick. Like, where did that come from?
Actually, it came from my 5th grade teacher. I used to be in a class rapping to myself, you know what I'm saying? And he started calling me the Bizarre Kid. He thought I was talking to myself, but I was really writing raps and shit in my head and, you know, freestyling. So he started calling me the Bizarre Kid. So my name was Bizarre Kid at first. And then I met Proof, and he asked me what my name was. He was like, what's your rap name? I said, my name Bizarre Kid. He said, Kid? Man, this Detroit, we ain't from New York. We don't say kid. Your name Bizarre. And that's my name ever since.
Oh, so it's a combo between your 5th grade teacher and Proof.
Yeah, right.
R.I.P. Proof too.
Yeah, the big homie.
Yeah. Who's your early influences in this rap? Because back then, New York was still running the game. Was your early influences in the rap game coming from New York?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big hip hop head, so I was influenced by like Redman, Eric Sermon, EPMD, LL Cool J.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them some dudes I was fucking with back then.
Okay, so 1996, y'all start the rap group D12. D12 stands for Dirty Dozen. It was 6 of y'all in this group. How did y'all come up with the name D12?
We used to be Dirty Dozen first. And, a rock band had that name. So when we was getting ready to sign an Interscope, they told us that the name was already taken by a rock band. So we had to think of something clever, so we changed it to D12.
Okay, but it wasn't it all like when y'all started this group, it was you, it was Proof, Bugs, Fuzz Scooter, IQ, and Canava. So it was a total of 6 of y'all. So where did the whole Dirty Dozen come from?
Dirty Dozen come from the idea that Proof had, it was supposed to be 12 rappers from Detroit. And we just couldn't get 12, man. You know what I'm saying? People kept canceling, falling out, all type of shit. So we ended up with 6. So then we was like, all right, we're going to do 6, but then we're going to do like a alter ego. So like a double personality. So each member got an alter ego. So that equals 12. Dirty Dozen.
Got you. Okay, so you mentioned Proof a couple of times in this interview already. How far back do you go with Proof?
The hip hop shop. I was probably about like 18 when I met Proof from the hip hop shop. Yep. He took me in.
And y'all was always good?
Yeah, for sure. That's like my big brother. Yeah. Really, truly big brother.
Whatever happened, because by the time that D12 really hit it big, Fuzz Scooter and IQ wasn't in the group no more.
Right.
Whatever happened to them?
Fuzz Scooter, he left early. He left like probably in the beginning, and then we brought him back. But he left. And IQ, he left too. He left too late. I think he just kind of like veered off somewhere. Man, you know when you're young, man, you might see, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was drifters too, so they just kind of like drifted away. So I can't tell you really what happened to them, but when it got real serious, they wasn't in the group no more.
Yeah. Do you still keep in touch with either one of them? And do you think they regret kind of drifting away?
No, I think both of them dudes, you know, I don't think rap was really in their heart. So, you know, this ain't for everybody. You know, I think IQ's somewhere in Georgia. I haven't spoken to him in a minute. And Fuzz Scooter, he around the city somewhere. So yeah, man. I mean, I think they might have a little regret, you know what I'm saying? But them dudes, they, you know, they strong-minded, man. So, you know, I think they happy doing whatever they doing.
Yeah, I'm sure they are, but it was a hell of a ride, you know. So, you know, maybe they're happy in their new life and God bless them. You know, I can't talk about you, Proof, D12, Dirty Dozen without bringing up Eminem. How did you meet him?
Hip hop shop. I met him at the hip hop shop.
Everybody go back to the hip hop. Yo, hold on.
I'm gonna do a hip hop shop documentary on y'all, man. So y'all can break it all down.
Okay, talk to us about, for people who are not from the D, talk to us about the hip hop shop.
The hip hop shop was a clothing store on 7 Mile. It was a clothing designer named Maurice Malone. I don't know, y'all remember him from back in the day?
Absolutely, clothing designer.
Yeah, so it was his store. He had a little storefront, and Maurice is a real big hip hop head. He used to DJ back in the day, and he had this hip hop clothing store. And every Saturday they had an open mic, and shit, it just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I ended up falling through there, and that's how I met him. I heard about him before I met him, though. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't come every week. He only came to the battles, which is like once every 3 or 4 months. So I heard about him before I seen him.
Okay. So you're at the shop. You see this kid you've been hearing about. What was your first thoughts about him when you met him?
I was like, wow, this dude's incredible, man. Yeah, he was already like a legend, you know what I'm saying, before I met him. So I was just like, damn, this dude can really spit.
Are you serious? So from day one, even before M had his name pumping through the streets of, okay, you from 7 Mile. Where's M from? Is M from 8 Mile?
No, he from the east side. Yeah. The movie just called 8 Mile, man. Ain't nobody from 8 Mile. Let's make that clear now, man. Nobody's from 8 Mile. He's from the east side, over like near Hoover. You know what I'm saying? It's 7 Mile. I'm from the west side, Evergreen.
Okay, so M already got a name in the streets. You finally meet him. You like, yo, this dude live up to the hype. He's everything I've been hearing about. He dropped a EP back then called the Infinite EP. But that early EP, he didn't sound like the M that we all have come to know. Like, you know, me being from New York, he kind of reminded me of AZ back then. When he put that, like the style that we know and love of Slim Shady, Eminem today, was he doing them both?
No.
And just when he dropped that EP sounded like AZ, or was he really just strictly rhyming like he was from New York?
No. When we became Dirty Dozen, I just told you we had the two personalities. He became, his alter ego was Slim Shady. So, you know, the purpose of the alter ego was to be completely different from who you really are. You know what I'm saying? So that's when he started doing that style. And it just stuck.
So Bizarre, what was your early relationship like with M? Did y'all hit it off right off the bat? Was y'all kind of just going at each other because you were doing the whole battle rap thing? Like, what was that relationship like?
No, the relationship is big brother from the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Day one.
Yep. You know, I'm younger than him, so I used to have my mother drop me off at his house on the weekends, and I would stay at his crib until he got off work. And then we would hit St. Andrews on Friday nights. So, you know, him and Proof, they both took me in like big brothers, you know what I'm saying? So he used to leave the door unlocked when he was at work for me to, you know, to come in, whatever. So big brother, man. Big brother.
Was him and Proof always best friends?
They lived next door to each other, you know what I'm saying, on the east side. I guess that's how they met. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so yeah, they definitely like brothers from the beginning.
All right, so in 97, D12, y'all drop an EP titled The Underground. Did that EP make noise in the D?
The Underground?
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
The Underground EP.
Oh, man, I gotta stop smoking weed, man.
Oh, man. You was on the EP.
I don't remember, man. Oh, man. Damn. The Underground. Okay, I'm gonna make it easy on you. Do you remember your first solo EP, The Attack of the Widows? No, man.
Yo, you lying to me.
You said what? What's the name of the song?
No, your first solo EP, Attack of the Weirdos.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm just fucking with you.
Yo.
What about it?
Nah, I'm just did it make noise in Detroit? Like,
oh, my first EP?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My first EP was Attack of the Weirdos. Yeah, man, it did good, man. I had I think I pushed like 20, 30,000 units.
Okay, so you was moving usings.
Yeah,
that's great independent.
Yeah, yep. So after that, I think Atlantic wanted to sign me, and but I knew he was doing a deal with Interscope, and so I was about to go. It was gonna be Shady Atlantic, but it ended up being Shady Interscope. But yeah, my first EP was Attack of the Weirdos. I'm getting all the way off subject. I'm
gonna help you out here. We gonna move this along. Yeah.
I ain't getting my story, man.
Nah, don't worry about it. At one point, I know like most artists, you get frustrated with the game. You out there, you grinding, you hustling, you doing everything you know how to do, and ain't nothing happening. Ain't nobody ringing your phone. So at one point, you took him to New York when he was thinking about quitting rap. Can you tell us about that story?
I had been out to Jersey a couple times in New York. So we was about to go on this trip, man. I asked him, did he want to go? He was like, "No, man, you know, he had to work." I know he was kind of feeling down about the rap game. So me and him went out there, man. You know, I told him, let's go, man. And we jumped out there. We went to Newark, New Jersey first. And met up with the Outsiders, kicked it with them, and, you know, just started moving around, man. You know, I was always a person that would just get up and go, man. Like, you know, I would go to New York and New Jersey and sleep on floors, eat dollar slice pizza. Man, whatever we had to do to grind, man. You know what I'm saying? I was a grinder. I was a go-getter,
So y'all was just going out there just to get your name on the map. See if you could bump into any label execs, meeting other artists.
Right. Yep. Grinding. Yep. Yeah, man. At an early age. Yep.
Okay. I know at some point after that or around that time, M releases the Slim Shady EP. This is the joint that put him on the map. This is where that style that we all know is that Eminem Slim Shady style. That's the first time we ever heard it. When you heard that Slim Shady EP, did you know, yo, you about to be out of here? Because I know this is when the industry, he was still independent at this time, but this is when the industry started to take notice, when people started to reach out to him for verses. Raucous Records back there, that he would be on, you know, their compilation albums. When you heard that EP, was you like, yo, this is it, brother? Or did it catch y'all off guard?
Oh, man. I definitely thought it was fire. You know, I definitely thought it was fire. I didn't, you know, of course I didn't know it was going to blow like that. You know what I'm saying? But it was definitely fire, man.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned the Outsiders a little bit earlier, not to be confused with the other Outside. This was a group that you was a honorary member of. Wasn't M, Rod Digger, and Young Z in it?
Yeah. Yep.
And this is going back and forth to Jersey.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So everybody's feeling M at this point. He gets signed to Dre in Aftermath. What was you doing in your life at that point? And when did you find out, damn, the dude I came up with in the D is officially signed and it's about to be on?
Shit, I was in Dallas, Texas. I was in Texas. I was a security guard at a hospital. And this is a true story. I was actually making a round around the building. I had to make a round every hour. I was making a round around the building. And my little walkie-talkie went off and it was like, hey, Rufus, you have a call in the security booth. I'm like, what? Who calling me at work? And I went in there and I was like, hello? He was like, what's up, Rufus? I'm like, hello? He's like, what's up, Rufus? I'm like, who is this? He's like, it's Marshall, man. I'm like, oh, what's up, bro? What's going on? He said, man, I'm in California, man. I'm about to sign this deal with Dr. Dre. I was like, what? Man. So he was like, man, I'm about to send for you, man. I'm about to send for you. I'm going to send for you this weekend. So I got off the phone with him, told my supervisor I quit, left the job right there and flew to LA and got up with him, went out there. So I was there from the beginning.
So you was there from the beginning. And you were literally doing a security job down there. Literally.
Yep. My mom had moved from Detroit to Dallas. Matter of fact, I think I gave some of my shit before I left. You know what I'm saying? But she moved from Detroit to Dallas, and shit, that's where I was at. I was a kid. I couldn't make a decision.
Damn, that's one hell of a call to get, kid. Change your life.
I know, man. I was so sick, man. I had to leave my group. You know what I'm saying? But luckily, I wasn't in Texas that long because I think it was there. I probably was there for like 6 months. Then after that, he got signed. And then after
was you still keeping in touch with the crew?
No, not like that. You know what I'm saying? I was, we kids. We at 17, 18. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was keeping up with him mostly morely with him. That's who I was talking to the most.
So getting that call, was you completely shocked? Or was you like, nah, I know my man. If he got on, I'm on.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, we got that bond. We all came with this bond. Like whoever get on first, come back and get the other person. So you gotta, think about what I'm saying. I'm saying like he got signed to Dre. Like he's literally signed. Like it ain't even been a couple of weeks yet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm already flying out there. So the love started from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in '99, Proof, he's like, yo, I want to put the band back together. I'm trying to put the Dirty Dozen back. We ready to rock and roll. When he put D12 back together, now he got to replace a couple of the members who wasn't there. So who came into the group?
Damn. He's hell of a story. Woo.
I know Bugs came in.
Yeah. Bugs in. Yeah, Bugs was in. And
Swift.
Yeah, no, he wasn't there yet. So we was on tour. Mm-hmm. And we was about to come back to Detroit. And me and Proof had called Bugs and told him to be ready. We coming to the city tomorrow to do a show. He was like, all right, cool. He was like, yo, you remember that dude Swift from the Rabies, from the hip hop shop? I said, yeah, I remember dude. He said, yeah, man, I've been hanging with him lately. I think we should really consider putting him in a group. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna talk to Proof, see what's up. And Bugs, he ended up dying that night. You know what I'm saying?
The same night?
Yeah, the next day he got killed at Belle Isle in Detroit. And that was his last request, was to put Swift in the group. So that's how Swift became a part of D12.
Wow. Okay. So Swift is now in the group, and this is like literally Bugs' last request, and Porter's in the group too at this time. Okay, so y'all back up to 6 members. You ready to go?
No, we have 5 now. We have 5.
Now you at 5?
Yeah. Now, when Porter came back to the group, he said, yo, I'm only coming back on one condition. We was like, what? He said, y'all got to put my homeboy in. We was like, what? So we made his homeboy battle Bugs. You know what I'm saying? So they battled for like 10 rounds. And my man was good. Bugs was good. So we threw him in the group. And y'all know him as Conniver.
There we go. Okay, so that's how Conniver made it to the group.
Yeah.
Got you.
Some gang shit,
right. Huh? Nah, this is a history lesson. This is why we doing it. Okay, so Eminem, he about to shock the world. He dropped the Slim Shady LP. Debuts number 2 on the charts, 4-time platinum. M is a major rap star. Looking back on this thing, did you know, could you say, my man, he just needed to get on. I know he was going to go all the way. Or for y'all, was y'all just as shocked as everybody else? This kid come out of Detroit, white rapper, and spit like nobody ever heard. Like, what was it like sitting in your seat?
Man, it was surreal, man. It was surreal, man. It just caught me off guard, man. Like I said, I was doing security in Dallas, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew he had one battle to go to because, I had hooked him up with Wendy Day. We had met Wendy Day at another event in Detroit, met her. And Marshall gave her his tape. And then she hit him back and was like, she wanted to help him out any way she could. So she put him in the Rap Olympics, which he battled in LA. And after the Rap Olympics, I guess they asked all the rappers to go up to Sway and Tech. And then I think Dre heard him on the radio freestyling, or Dre got his tape some kind of way. But yeah, so basically, that's what happened with that.
Okay, so I got to ask, because I watch a lot of artists go from struggling to now they're out of here.
Right.
For you, what was the biggest change in your life when all of this started to pop off? Was it the girls? Was it the access? Was it I'm on TV now? Like, just looking back over your career, what was that thing that stand out to you that you like, damn, like almost overnight, I went from here to here?
Right. Oh, man. Man, it was, I mean, everything was a blur, man, because it was like, M was already popping, you know what I'm saying? Then we started popping. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I really can't even answer that.
All right, done deal.
It's a lot.
Okay, so you made a comment earlier. You said, look, we made a promise to one another. Whoever blew up first, we was going to come back and bring everybody in with us.
Right.
M blows up. He keeps his promise. He signed D12 to Shady Aftermath. Y'all put out y'all LP album and y'all go number one. Number one. Out the gate. For you, it was number one. Album titled Devil's Night. What's the backstory to that title?
Oh man, Devil's Night is like a holiday the day before Halloween. It's called Devil's Night, and it's basically when the teenagers go terrorize the city. Like throw eggs at people's houses and let fire cans on fire, burn garages down. It's So that was a big thing back in the day, Devil's Night.
Got you.
So it was a real thing, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Ask anybody in Detroit about Devil's Night, they'll tell you.
Okay, so you do realize y'all sold 4 million records on that Devil's Night album.
Damn, was that many records?
It was a hell of a lot of records.
Yeah, man. 4 million.
Okay, let's talk about something else that you gotta remember.
That was for real, man. We sold 4 million the first album. I think 4 million the second. So 8 million.
Oh no, y'all sell a hell of a lot of records.
Yeah,
for sure. Your man Eminem, right before y'all dropped y'all debut album, he dropped the Marshall Mathers LP, and that went on to sell 21 million records. One of the best-selling albums of all time. Like this is up there with Thriller numbers. Still to this day, singles like Stan, that's a term that people still use this day. Y'all are, people can sell a gold album, a platinum album, but when you start selling 4 million records, a diamond album, 21 double diamond albums, you're rock stars. You're somewhere completely different. Are you pinching yourself at this time? Like, yo, I was a security guard in Dallas not too long ago.
Yeah, man. I think it really kicked in when we started going overseas. When we started going overseas, it was fans outside sleeping in sleeping bags, fans in the lobby, fans at the airport. Man, they started a couple of times. We literally got our van chased like Michael Jackson. Literally, kids running in the street trying to grab onto the van. Man, it's crazy.
Okay,
that's when I realized we were some rock stars.
Yeah, like y'all are on a different stratosphere, but you know how that goes. It's sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Sex, drugs, and a lot of drugs.
Let's talk about that for a second, because one of y'all hit singles is Purple Pills. For those who are uninformed, where did that come from?
Ecstasy pills. Ecstasy pills be all different type of colors. Blue, red, yellow.
Was all y'all doing it at the time? Okay, so let's go with the one that we know was definitely doing it at the time. Eminem.
Who was that?
Eminem.
It was me. It was me. I was the one that was on all the drugs.
Well, put it this way: we know M. He's been very vocal about it. He said he had a serious addiction with the pills in particular. And even on Juice WRLD's newest album, he talked about almost dying from these pills. did y'all realize like, yo, we might have a problem on our hands in real time, or was it just a bunch of people who's young, rich as a mother, living the rock and roll lifestyle, and you don't even realize how far down the rabbit hole you are with these things?
I'm going with what you said. Oh, you summed that up very, very well. That was very well thought out, sir.
Okay.
You summed it all up. I'm like, damn. Is this nigga in my mind or something? What the fuck?
So let's talk about y'all out on tour. Yeah, and speaking of that, let me real talk.
Okay.
That addiction thing is serious. It's real serious. Like, did it ever get to a point and I don't, like I said, I know M was very public about his addiction. Did it ever get to a point where it was, yo, this ain't fun no more? Like we watching our brother and he's battling something that now he can't live without it. And it could ruin everything that we all work so hard for.
I never thought about it like that. God damn. Damn. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? That was you made me almost shed a tear. I almost cried on that. Well, damn. What the fuck? No, man. I mean, I was in Atlanta a lot, I was living in Atlanta. I really didn't know, what I'm saying, to extent of, I just know we were just partying, having fun. We was young, man. We was young.
Okay, speaking of young, y'all, you got a record out. It's multi-platinum. D12 and Esham are on tour, the Warped Tour, together. Y'all get kicked off the tour, both of y'all, D12 and Esham, because D12 beat up Esham for his lyrics on the song Chemical Imbalance, which had a reference to M's daughter. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yep.
You want to talk to us about it?
Damn, man, it was so long ago. We was on a Warped Tour. We heard that Esham was going to be on the tour. And they was trying to separate us. So, like, they made sure that he went on, like, 5 o'clock. And then we went on, like, 8 or 9. Because they didn't want us to bump into each other. And we seen him a couple times walk past his bus. But, it wasn't nothing never serious. But then one day we was walking. One day we was performing. He was in the front row. Esham was crazy. Shout out to Esham. Esham was a crazy nigga. So Esham was in the front row of our show with a black, he had like a black mask on. He was holding the cross and shit. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Like, he was almost like taunting us a little bit and shit. So one day we leaving and he was outside with his fans and everybody was in the back of the bus and I was in the front watching TV. And so I just so happened to look out the window and I see Esham with a 40 ounce bottle in his hand. And he got all these fans behind him. They looking and he doing like this, like he about to throw it. So I told the crew, I was like, yo, come up here, look. Esham about to throw a bottle at the bus. So they all looking out there, looking at him and then, so everybody started taking their chains off like, he better not throw it, So he did like this. And then they say, whoa, he threw it. He threw the bottle and hit us. So Big Sam, my security, was like, no, y'all ain't going nowhere. But we just bulldoze him over, boom. Come out the bus, we just get to running at Esham. So Esham, he behind this big barbed wire gate. So he thinking like, ain't no way in hell y'all can get me. So as we running towards him, he just sitting there looking like we dummies. So we get real close and Proof just jumped in the air and did this fucking karate kick like, boom. And just one kick, the gate just got open a little bit and Proof pulled it back, slid through first, went up to Esham, come here. Socked him twice, you know what I'm saying? Then the 9 of them came in, we owned him. And after that, Shit, they kicked us off the tour. They kicked us off the tour.
So they cooked both of y'all off the tour.
This is a white rock and roll tour. We like the only niggas on this tour. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, nah, get out of here with that. Get out of here. Y'all gotta go.
All right.
But shout out to Eshawn though. That's my boy now, man. We squashed all that.
So y'all squash it, y'all good money.
Yeah, that's the homie.
All right. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Detroit legend.
Okay. Let's talk about 03. The Source is the biggest thing in hip hop at this time. They release what has come to be known as the Eminem racist tapes. He insults a black woman on a song called Foolish Pride. Did you know this song even existed?
No, that was way before my time. Yeah. I think that was people with another group. So I don't know nothing about it.
So when you heard the song, it comes out of nowhere for you. What was your thoughts on it?
The song was cut off and edited. The song was, when they was freestyling, they was naming all type of races, like white girl, what you think about a white girl, black girl, a black girl, basically. But the Source just edited the black girl part and made it like it was racist. So that goes some information for you.
Yeah, that's information for everybody. It's good to clear that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know that's your boy.
Right, for sure.
This is obviously your brother, so, you know, him really sitting y'all down, and was it a whole thing? Was it like some whole intervention thing? Like,
No, we heard the song. No, we heard the song, and like I told you, it had all different races. It wasn't just a black girl. It was all type of girls. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They just edited the black girl part.
Did that really affect M? Because it seemed like right around that time, M just stopped recording. He became almost like a recluse. It was almost like 5 years in between that Encore album and the Relapse. Did it have anything to do with that, or was he just so damn rich? He was like, yo, I'm gonna go somewhere, put my feet up.
Man, I have no idea. I just spoke about weed, and I go to the studio when they call me, tell me they want to record. So I had no idea, man. And I live in Atlanta, so.
All right, done deal. Okay, so D12, y'all dropped y'all second studio album in 04. And this is actually y'all last album together. Y'all had production by Dr. Dre, Eminem, Porter, Kanye West before he became the Kanye West that we know and love today. What was it like working with Kanye at that time? And was you actually in the studio recording with him, or did y'all just get the beat and record it somewhere else?
Oh, man, Kanye, man, he funny, man. That dude is hilarious, man. I never met nobody like Kanye. I remember he came in on a late flight. His flight landed like 9 o'clock at night. So nobody didn't really want to wait. So I think me and maybe Kanira, I think we waited. And he flew in. This is the first time I ever see somebody with Louis luggage. You know what I'm saying? He flew in. He had like a Louis bag, Louis luggage, Louis book bag. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, what's up, man? I'm Kanye. And I remember he came in the studio and he was playing us the first beat he was about to play for us. And usually when a producer is playing beats for a rapper, like a producer will try to keep that eye contact with the rapper, you know, for him to move on to the next song. You know, it's like, oh, you want me to go to the next song? Oh, you skip that song? Oops, skip that song. But Kanye, when he play a beat, he put his back towards you and he just zones the fuck out on the beat. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you don't even want to tap his shoulder and tell him to go to the next beat. Man, that's the first. He really feel his beats. He really feel his music, man. And Kanye is funny, man. Like, I remember he he didn't even leave with the car service that he came with. He left with my homeboy. My homeboy took him to the mall, got him a haircut. And I remember the next day, the label was wondering, like, damn, I think he missed his next car. So they was calling us like, hey, Kanye didn't get in this car this morning. What's going on? And he ended up coming to the studio with my boy. He's still hanging with my boy, man. Kanye different, man. Shout out.
Nah, Kanye different. And you just said something. Like, if people don't know it, going back long before Kanye blew, Kanye is Kanye's biggest fan. When he get in that studio, it ain't nobody bouncing to a beat harder. It ain't nobody zoning out more. When he play one of his beats, Kanye love Kanye.
Right. For sure.
And I'm gonna give you so real. Even if the record ain't a hit, he make you feel like this is a hit.
Right? Right?
Yeah. All right. In 2005, you release Handicap Circus, and this goes out through Redhead Music. This is another solo project. You coming off, that second D12 album that debuted #1. For you, was the plan always to be a solo artist?
Yeah. Yep. We had it planned out that we was going to do solo projects out of D12. Because you got to remember, D12 was like an all-star team. All of us was in different crews and different situations. So we all got hand-picked for this little all-star crew. But we were so good and so dope in the studio that, all of us left the crews that we were in and just formed D12.
Got you. Okay, so you riding high right now. You got your solo album out. D12 got 2 multi-platinum albums, both dropped #1 on the Billboard charts. April 11th, 2006. You remember that date?
Nope. What happened that day?
Your big brother Proof gets into something, and unfortunately, he's fatally shot. And y'all lost the guy who put together D12. Y'all lost one of the most influential guys in your group. How did you feel when you first heard that news?
Oh, man, it was crazy, man. Like, after the call, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, it was fucked up, man, because I got one call that he was dead, and then I got another call saying I was a suspect.
That you personally was a suspect?
Me personally was a suspect.
Who made that call to you?
Man, my uncle that was a police officer, and I think Trick hit me up too. And I don't know how my name came in it, man, but I was in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And man, I was just fucked up, man. It's just, man.
That was a big loss for hip hop. It must have been a huge loss for the city itself because Proof really repped Detroit. Do you know even what happened in that incident? What went down? Did the true story ever come out?
All I know, he was playing pool at an after hour. And him and this dude got into an altercation, and I think the security guard at the club started shooting. And that's pretty much all I really know.
How bad did the city of Detroit take that? Because like I said, he really repped Detroit all the way.
Right. Oh man, it was a big loss. Proof was the mayor. We call him the mayor of hip hop. So he touched everybody in their own different way. So the whole city loved him. He was a very lovable guy.
Yeah, that was a big loss for hip hop. It wasn't just Detroit. It was a huge loss for hip hop itself. So R.I.P. Proof. You know, around this time, you guys are still staying busy. Shady Records puts out a compilation. Eminem presents the re-up. You're on a track called Murder along with D12 member Conniver. And then there's a track called Trapped by Proof. And it had an intro by Eminem kind of paying his final respects to Proof publicly. He's like, yo, Big Proof, rest in peace, duty. We love you. We just want to keep making you proud. M used to wear a chain that had a P on it. Do you know if he still wear that chain?
I ain't seen him with it, but I'm
you remember that chain?
It. Yeah, yep, I remember it.
Because right around the time that Proof passed, that's when he popped up with the P chain.
Yep, definitely remember it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in 2007, you know, again, you're staying busy. You release another solo album, second one. It's called Blue Cheese and Coney Island. Why'd you name it that?
Oh, man. I had named it that because I had been in Atlanta a lot. And I actually had moved there. In Atlanta, they use blue cheese on everything, on all their wings, because Atlanta's big on wings. And then the Coney Island come from Detroit, of course. You know what I'm saying? We got Coney Islands on every corner. Mm-hmm. So I just basically mixing Atlanta and Detroit together because I was at both spots. So that's why I called it Blue Cheese and Coney Island.
Got you. Okay, so right after that, you know, it's about 4 years have passed since D12 released that second album. And y'all drop a new mixtape called The Return of the Dozen, Volume 1. M wasn't on that project. Why wasn't he on that?
I don't really know. I was just flying back and forth in from Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, just doing my parts. But I think he was working on his album or, you know, because I know once he get locked in, he locked in. But I don't really know the reason, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's right around the time of the Relapse album. So he could have been locked in with that one.
Yeah. You got to ask the other ones. I be high, man.
Okay.
My dates and memories, you throwing off of shit.
All right, so hopefully you wasn't high for this part of your life, but in 2009, I don't know how this happened, but y'all was tricked into performing on a diss track, going at Eminem without y'all knowing. Do you remember that?
Yeah, we did a feature for some guy. D12, we did a feature with some guy, and I guess the guy got the song that we did a feature on and then put cannabis on it to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, that we had did a diss record with cannabis.
So by the time the joint dropped, they just used y'all vocals and you like, yo, what? We ain't even had, like, where this come from?
Yeah, exactly. Motherfucker took a feature and then I guess he got somewhere cool with cannabis and he just threw cannabis on the same track that he brought from us. And then just try to make it seem like it was, you know, one big diss.
Got you. So again, was that some like did y'all have an intervention? Was it some explaining to do, or was y'all like, yo, nah, this ain't the way it went down?
No, man, none of that. You know, we just told him, hey, you know, it was a feature we did. No, it's too deep for us, man. We don't do that, man. D12, you'll never hear us talking bad about each other. You know what I'm saying? So, no, never that.
Gotcha. Okay. In 2010, you drop your third solo album, Friday Nights at St. Andrews.
Right.
You remember that?
Yeah. I remember that.
You looking like, yo, word, I did?
Get it together. Yeah.
Okay, the second single off the album, it was Rap's Finest. It had Conniver, Seven the General, Royce the 5'9", and Redman on it.
Right.
So now you got one of the dudes who you came up listening to, idolizing Redman. For whatever reason, Red didn't want to be on the video.
Right.
Did you ever find out why not?
He said he was busy.
Okay, so it wasn't even that deep. It just was.
No. I think he was recording the album or something. Yeah, he wanted to come, but I think he was just working on the project or something. But shout out to Redman for even doing that, man. He didn't have to do that.
Nah, Red, one of my favorite artists. I love Redman, and that didn't even sound like him. So I was like, yo, I wonder,
Right.
Why he wouldn't show up, but it makes sense. Okay, so y'all go and get back together again, D12, and y'all release The Dozen Volume 2, The Return of the Dozen Volume 2. But this time, Fuzz Scooter's on it, one of the original members of D12. And he left the group back in like 1999. How did y'all get him on this mixtape that y'all put out?
I was cool with his homie Dirty Rat, R.I.P. Dirty Rat, and I was just asking about Fuzz, how was he doing, whatever, and I ended up getting his number, and we started talking. He told me he had moved to Brooklyn, New York, and we just kept in communication, and I sent him one of the D12 songs to get on, and then he jumped on it, and then after he jumped on it, I played the song for M. And M was like, damn, how the hell you find Fuzz? And I was like, I found him, man. And then after that, he was like, yo, we should put Fuzz in D12. So that's how Fuzz got in D12 again.
Dope. But he eventually wound up leaving the group again. Why? Especially if he had the co-sign of M.
Man, I don't think this ain't for everybody, man. I think it was a lot coming towards him, man. I literally flew to New York. He didn't even know what I was coming there for. I just told him I wanted to hook up with him. I knew he lived in New York. I asked him if he wanted to be in a group. He said, yeah. I said, all right, I got to tell you this. We're leaving for tour in 2 days. So you got to quit your job and move out of New York. So I think it was just a lot on him, man. So, I just started seeing him break down on tour. You know what I'm saying? I just think it wasn't for him, man. And I think he ain't like the fact that people was like trying to think that he was proof replacement or some shit like that. So some of the, I think he was reading fan comments and shit and all that type of shit. But yeah, man, it just really wasn't for him, man.
Got you. Okay.
It's all good. Shout out to Fuzz, though.
Yeah, shout to Fuzz. Speaking of leaving the group, right around the same time, like a little bit after that, you left the group saying it was some creative differences. What was that about? And was there a final straw for you?
Yeah, man. I mean, really, to be honest, like the group really, was in disarray ever since Proof died. So, it just broke down. Like Denon was doing production, and he wasn't really going out on the road. So it was really just three of us. So that's not really even the group to me at all. But so just the three of us, we did the best we could to make it work. But I think it just came to a point where I just wanted to do my solo projects and make my own decisions and do my thing. So we parted. Straight out.
And that must have been like leaving family, because you've been down with these dudes for the better part of your adult life at this point.
Right.
Like, was that a hard decision for you?
No, it wasn't hard because, we weren't breaking up like, I'm going to kill you, I hate you, I never want to see you. No, we just dispersed from the group, you know what I'm saying? But that, it's still the love there, yeah. They're my brothers.
Okay.
I always be my brothers.
All right, so around...
And when the angry breakup.
That's good. In 2018, Eminem released a song called Stepping Stone. It was on his Kamikaze album. And on it, he said D12 officially broke up due to the death of Proof. And he got, one of the craziest 16 bars that he ever wrote, but he kind of ended it like, because the truth is, the moment Proof died, so did the group. From your standpoint, is that, kind of real? Like when Proof, who was really like, this was his brainchild, D12 was his thing. When he passed away, the group kind of lost his soul. It kind of went with him.
Yeah, that's true. It was his baby, man. It was his idea. He orchestrated it. He made sure he kept everybody in line. You know what I'm saying? And it just was never the same, man. Because like I said, it was his brand. It was his soul. You know what I'm saying? So I think we were lost too. You know what I'm saying? We were mourning him and going through all that type of shit. So yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we had to start working on our third album, like maybe a month after his death or some shit. So that shit kind of fucked us up.
Yeah, but that album never really saw the light of day. Okay, so in 18, you and M, y'all made kind of headlines again on a diss track toward MGK, Jay Electronica, Joe Budden. And that was really during the whole Joe Budden versus Eminem beef. Do you remember that song Love Tap?
Was that my song or was that his song?
That's your song.
Oh. Oh man, Love Tap.
That's Love Tap. That's this song toward Joe Budden and Jay Electronica. Do you remember that?
Look, I'm trying to get out of that motherfucker. Yeah, man. That was me letting out some frustration there. That was me. Me and Joe Budden got in a little argument over on Twitter, and then it just went from there with words and fucking shit like that. So I just, just on Love Tap. And at the time I heard Jay Electronica, yeah, he had to say something about it. So we got a little history with him. So I just threw his name in there. And shit, it's all good battle rap shit.
How y'all today?
Who?
You, MGK, Jay Electronica.
I don't talk to none of them guys, man. None of them. Nope.
So you and Joe Budden never kissed and made up. Y'all still?
Hell no. Nope. I ain't seen Joe Budden in years.
Got you. I mean, y'all used to be label mates at one time, no?
Yeah. I still don't know that nigga.
Got you. Okay. All right, so in more serious news, in 2021, you suffered a mini stroke. What was that like for you? Did you even realize you had a stroke, or was it after the fact? Like, you go to the doctor and they tell you, nah, you had a stroke.
No, man. I was on my way to the studio, and my vision got real blurry. And I'm like, damn. I don't know what's going on. So I told my mother to shoot me to the urgent care real quick. So I went to urgent care, and they had told me that my blood pressure was extremely high and that I need to go to the emergency room. And then when I went to the emergency room, I went in there and they was like, just start panicking, like, tearing my shirt off and asking me, do I know my name and shit? But I didn't really know why they were so panicky, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't feel different. I felt straight, but, I guess they said that, I had suffered like a mini stroke.
You got any long-term effects from it?
No, God bless. God bless.
Okay,
Good.
I gotta ask you, how's the weed? Was
Man.
did that contribute to that ministry? Because you're doing a lot of smoking during this interview.
I'm being a weed stroke in the minute. No, man. I had changed my lifestyle for a minute, and my friend was trying to detox my body. So for like a month, I didn't take none of my medicine, and I just basically was trying to do it naturally, and I think that's how I ended up getting up high like that.
Okay, before I let you out of here, Eminem, he recently posted that he has the most gold and platinum songs in RIAA history. 6 diamond albums, 227 million total US certificates, #1 most awarded artist for singles. At the start of this guy's career, did you know he was going to be the biggest selling artist of all time?
Hell no. Hell no. I had no idea, man. No idea. This shit's still surreal.
What's your relationship like with him today?
It's my brother, man. It's my brother.
Do y'all still keep up with each other?
For sure. His studio like a mile from my house. So I ain't really seen him since COVID. You know, it began the COVID, you know, everybody in the house. But other than that, you know, his studio right up the street. He there all day.
Okay, so you and the whole world just saw the Super Bowl performance that just passed, you know, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, the Queen, Mary J. Blige performed. It was a whole lot of memes going around with people comparing 50 Cent to you. That hanging upside down thing. Was you the one who put that meme out?
No, man.
Did you see the meme?
Yeah, I seen it. I don't know. I don't know if people don't know who I am, but I guess, you know, they thought it was already.
Nah, it was just a joke. They know exactly who you are.
So I don't know what. But yeah, man, they was trying to say 50 was me, man. I ain't even that big no more. So that was the old bazaar.
How much weight you lose?
So far, I think I lost like 70 pounds.
7? Get out of here. Yo, congratulations. How?
Man, boxing and eating right.
There you go, man.
And intermittent fasting.
Well,
I
good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Keep up the good work, brother. It's been my pleasure speaking to you. Had a lot of fun with this interview.
Right, man.
But shout out to you, Bizarre. Keep doing your thing and best of luck.
All right, bro. Thanks.
My brother, one love.